guys, welcome back to the stream. How are you all today? Hello Dover, I'm here for your art stream. How are you guys doing? I'm okay, yeah, I'm doing good, I'm here. Something I didn't really agree with you. Dover, no! What's that? Oh no! That's terrible! Dover, thank you so much for the quack. I'm so sorry to hear that, Dover. I hope you're feeling okay right now. When was that? When did that happen? So, guys, today we are going to hopefully finish my little familiar. So, as you all know, the art challenge for this month is to draw your very own familiar, guys. So, basically, a familiar is your kind of like your spirit animal or your sidekick if you were to have magic powers. So, yeah. Bazcorp, hello, how are you doing? Earlier today you feel like crap, but it'll pass. Oh no, Dover. I hope it isn't really serious, like that sort of thing can linger around for, you know, a couple of days, so I don't know, I hope it passes. In European folklore. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's the thing, guys. So if you refer to Dover's Streamlabs command, that will give you a bit of an idea of what this prompt is all about, guys. It would be so awesome if you guys could draw along today, or if you can't draw along, basically just, you know, try and be there on the day that we're reviewing everyone else's work. Here you go, thank you so much for the follow, I really appreciate that. Space Dog Princess, hello! How are you today? So guys, let us get started. I don't have any entries from you guys yet, but we did only really start this weekend, so I'm not really expecting anyone to have some entries ready yet. Time for shoutouts, exactly guys. Please go and give Morley a follow. And also, if you can give Space Dog Princess a follow, we have two amazing streamers in the chat. So give them both a follow, guys. Give them both a follow. So what have you guys been up to since we last streamed? My favorite thing about her, I reckon, is her very interesting outfit. I'm really so happy with this character's outfit. I really want to play around more, I think, with different outfits for my characters in the future. Something I can try and work on a little bit more, so hoping I can do that. But yeah, pretty happy with her so far. Pretty happy. The other thing I was wanting is I really want to have a costume that looks like hers. Basically mostly her hat, because I'm not really going to go and, you know, pull off the whole outfit. But if I can at least get a hat that looks like hers, that would be freaking awesome for Halloween, guys. Be freaking awesome. We already have little Edgar redeemed over here, Zone. There he is. Your cover artist got back to you with a rough sketch for your book covers and started on making the final product today. You're super excited. What? Seriously? That is a special day, Morley. Oh my goodness. I can imagine just how excited you are. Damn, that's crazy. Wow. Hello, Thab. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. So I don't have like a super huge amount of work left on her today because, you know, she's pretty far along. Most of her's already been outlined. The hard part's already drawn, so all I really have to do is render up her details. So I'd be really happy if I can just get that done today. Gonna draw along for the art challenge? Let's go! How is everyone doing, by the way? I cannot wait to see your sub. I'm really excited. I cannot wait to go through this month's art challenge. I think it's the most special one we've had yet because everyone is going to do something really personal to them, and that's always really exciting to see, you know? I love that. Gonna bring out a little bit of all of our personalities as well. Be exciting. Today you've been having a nice relaxing day. Are the cats behaving, Space Dog Princess? Are those cats of yours behaving? There was something that happened yesterday after you left, and I was like, this really relates so well to Space Dog Princess. Oh yeah, I think it was like somebody saying that cats are pretty much liquid and cats are pretty much bats. So bats are essentially flying cats, and I thought that you could probably relate to that a lot. Yes, which scares you? Why? Because when they're quiet, they're not behaving very well? Oh dear. Oh dear. You like this beast? She looks like she's got cute, no nonsense sass. She really has that attitude, yeah, she does. I love drawing sassy characters in general, I think. Sassy characters with a little bit of attitude. Who doesn't love those, right? They're super cute. Super cute. When they're quiet, that means they've gotten up to some mischief you don't know about. Oh dear. So you're probably gonna find out about it eventually, sometime later. Mr. Kitty Kitty, thank you so much for the resub. Let us prepare you a grave, guys. Let us prepare a grave for Mr. Kitty Kitty. Where are we? There we go. Time for a little grave, guys. Thank you so much for the resub, Mr. Kitty Kitty. I know, right? 5 months? That's crazy. 5 freaking months. Your tombstone doesn't want to come out of the bag. Here we go. One little tombstone for Mr. Kitty Kitty. We're gonna bury Mr. Kitty Kitty today, guys. We're gonna bury him. Let us go. 5 months of you being in the cemetery, Mr. Kitty Kitty. That's crazy. That's insane. Fancy meeting you here. Next to the plant. You're right next to a nice, beautiful plant. Exactly. Exactly. I hope you enjoy your final resting place, Mr. Kitty Kitty. I hope you do. Thank you so much for the resub. So yeah, she was a very spur of the moment kind of character for me to do as well. So like normally, I think I sort of have a bit more of a plan. With her, I literally just sat down. I was like, okay, let's see what we've got. Let's see what we've got and see what we can do. I just dig you up and rebode you next month. True, we have to check on you every now and then, you know. You are a cat, so it is quite possible that you could come back to life. We have to bury you at least 9 times to be sure. Hello, Mark, how are you doing? Your body will nourish that plant, totally, yeah. Fun fact, grave robbing in the early days came about a lot from medical students needing bodies to practice on. Really? Wow, that's crazy. Was a sub alert just followed by an audio clip? I loaded that audio clip, yeah. Check decomposition state. Exactly. You have to make sure. He is a cat after all, so he does have 9 lives, which means we're gonna have to bury Mr. Kitty Kitty at least 9 times, guys. Yeah, I never thought about that. Like back in the day, you know, where did medical students get their I guess experiments from? At least they only traded on dead people, you know? Like they could have gone and, you know, resorted to other mediums for it. So, yeah. How are you doing today, Mark? How's work and everything been? Have you looked into getting any of those Copic blenders as well? Like, I haven't really tried those, so I'm kind of curious. Has anybody here used the Copic blenders, and what do you think of those? Nowadays, you use legally acquired dead people. Exactly. At least we got to that point. But you know, like, hey, they're dead. At least it went to a good cause. You see, I removed the sound alerts panel. You see it on stream, but it's too small to see what it says. You sent me a screenshot to show me what it looks like. Hmm, that's weird. All right, let me have a look. Let me have a look at your screenshot, and I'll see what that looks like. I can always switch it back. So I was planning to put something else in one of those panels as well, but don't quite have it working just yet. So is that too small to see? It looks quite big on my end. I just thought it would be easier having it like in the panels, Drover. Like then, you know, you don't have to scroll like all the way down to get them. It's so expensive, at least from where you are. Copics are, yeah. You can definitely try to have like buy imitation brands. Those are never really bad. You're a Copic artist, so do you use the Blender Space Dog Princess? Just open so work will still come. Your blender arrived the other day, but you haven't used it yet. Okay, well let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes. The Twitter feed and wishlist is a good idea, but yeah, the sound alert is now just a plugin when you hover the mouse over the stream video. It's too small on your end for some reason. Really? Like in the screenshot you sent me? Am I like not looking at it properly? Or am I doing something wrong? The screenshot looks like pretty big. Is it zoomed 100%? Oh, yep, okay. So now I've got it 100%. There we go. Yeah, that is a tad small, I guess. Tad small. I mean, you can still read it. But yeah, I'll see what I can do about that. Maybe I'll open like open it on my end and double check if it's like small on my end too. So I'm sorry if you guys hear me like twice. I'm just gonna quickly double check what that looks like on my end. Will I see it on my own stream? I guess I might. There we go. Sound alert. Alright, that gives me a better idea how it looks on here. Ah, that is like super small, right? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's like really small. Well, we'll have to have a look at that, Dober. Like most things, it's pretty mundane once you've done it. Daily life is daily life all over the world. Yeah. You never use it to blend two colors. Okay. In Japan, comics are like 300 yen, which is insanely affordable. Wow, is that cheap? That seems to be like super expensive, actually. I don't know. Is that cheap? So wait, how long did you live in Japan for, Space Dog Princess? Now, in terms of a budget-friendlier one, you use Tombow markers. Okay. How are those, like, have you compared those to the Copics? And, like, how do they compare to you? 200 yen is about 2 to 3 US dollars. Oh, right. Okay. That is super cheap. Super cheap. Wow. They're around twice that in the UK. Yeah. I think they're even more expensive in Australia. Like, I don't remember the last time I checked, but yeah, they're definitely extremely expensive. That's for sure. All your traditional art is colored in Copics. Right. Tombow is slightly less vibrant, but the ink's pigment is pretty good. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. So, Space Dog Princess, the watercolor elements that you add to your work, is that then like a digital element that you add in? Because I remember some of your work having like a watercolor element to it as well. I'm guessing that's then like a digital like element that you add. Thank you, Mark. I'm glad you're liking it so far. I'm glad. Those watercolor elements are also traditional. Okay, so you do combine watercolor with Copics then. Thank you, Punisher. How are you doing today, Punisher? So you're like 50 Copics in at this point, so it's still worth it for you to keep buying them. Yeah, exactly. Like I went onto Facebook Marketplace and got like a dirt cheap group of them. So I paid like an insanely cheap amount for my Copics. And well, now I have so many Copics, I just feel like, okay, well, now it's worth it to keep like buying one more here and there, you know? But yeah, if you definitely like, if you have to buy like an entire set of Copics, I cannot imagine. That would be so expensive. Anything that's line art heavy, you use Copics for. Watercolors, you do splashes for painterly style digital art. That makes sense. That makes sense. I used to like when I was doing digital art, I used to combine different textures a lot. Not sure about the other art challenge pieces, Nicole, but this is definitely needs to be colored in, wouldn't you agree? I think so too, Dover. Yeah. I definitely want to color this one. It's gonna be in my pile of to be colored artwork, so at some point or another I will get to it, you know. Just gotta pace through them, I guess. But yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites. So It's a picture of me. Well, she's supposed to be me, so hopefully there is a little bit of resemblance there. Cavaslock, hello, how are you doing? Um, you found that adding traditional elements to digital art helps ground it somehow? I agree, Space Look Princess. I think that's one of the struggles of digital art, is sort of like trying to make it look more artistic, trying to add like textural elements to it, because digital art can be really, really flat. So adding those different textures and stuff really helps. You've seen a few artists combine the two like that. Yeah, yeah. It gives it a nice look. It really does. Yeah. The other thing I love to do is like I start a sketch traditionally, I scan it in and then I color it digitally. I find that that really helps, give it like a, I don't know, a more wholesome look that I could have if I did the whole thing digitally. Great likeness for sure. Thank you. One thing you learned a while ago when you started learning digital art for background art is to be sloppy with your brushstrokes. Yeah, that's a great tip as well. That definitely does help. Like, don't be too precise. If you're too precise, digital art actually looks worse than, when you're sloppy. So go ahead, be lazy, be sloppy, because it's going to make your work a lot better. That is so true. You think I missed your question? Oh, there we go. As a creative person, how do I keep my mind focused on a singular piece at a time? You had an issue where you wanted to jump to different characters or designs and also wanted to do like storybooks, etc. That is hard. That is Capital, that's always a struggle that I think every artist deals with. But yeah, like realistically, it's something you just have to use willpower on. So you set yourself a schedule, you make a priority. If you really want to have certain things done over others, you have to be strict with yourself. Whether or not you feel like it that day, you go work on that piece and you push through. So a lot of especially my storybooks, when you start them, they're really exciting when you begin on the project. But pretty soon after a while, it gets kind of boring. You're working on the same characters all over again, all the same time. So it does get quite monotonous. And so, what I just generally do, I find the streaming actually helps with that because I spend time with you guys. I sort of focus on the project. So it helps me to sort of have distraction on the side. So if you can't stream, I would say probably like have another streamer you're watching and sort of take part in that conversation while you're working. That really helps me. Um, but yeah, like I think the main thing it comes down to is just you have to be strict with yourself. You have to apply that willpower and be like, no, I'm not working on a new thing until I do this. I also have a rule for myself, so I'm not allowed to have more than kind of 3 oil paintings at one point in time. It's good to have two because when one of them is wet, you can work on the other oil painting while the other one dries. So more than one is good, but you don't want to have like 5 or 6 different oil paintings you're working on and never get any of them done. So I've set myself a rule. I can have, only 2 watercolor paintings at a time and only about top 3 oil paintings at a time. So that sort of helps limit me to start expanding to new things, I guess. And then when it comes to sketches, I just sort of what helps me with that as well is, you know, I start wanting to finish at work, so I don't start more sketches if I know I have a huge backlog of others that need to be watercolored. So I sort of hold myself back there as well. So it's really just all about telling yourself, don't just do what you want, do what needs to be done. You know, it's a bit of like, as I said, it's willpower. Planning is key. Exactly. You found that adding traditional, you don't know how to explain that. It's a picture of me. Where am I? I fell behind quite a lot on chat, guys. I did miss the question. I'm sorry. It's no big deal loving the drawing process. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Kavasok. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I hope that helped, by the way. I hope it did. Arrived 30-minute late with Starbucks. Sounds delicious. What did you order? We don't have Starbucks here, by the way. You've been trying to be looser and use a soft brush in your digital sketches, so they look a little bit more traditional. See, that's a great idea. Definitely. Chaos makes it too stressful. If you can't make a daily plan or schedule, make it a weekly thing instead. Yeah, exactly. Like, cater it to your sort of time schedule, you know? If you only get to art, say, once a week, maybe give yourself one project to focus on that week and only focus on it. And the next week, give yourself a different challenge or whatever, you know? You will find something that works with your schedule, because I can tell you it's not going to be the same for everyone. Willpower can make you rich if you get the right person's will. Oh, definitely, Dover. Definitely. Make sure you get the right will. It's about drive, it's about power. We stay humble, we devour. We put in the works, put in the hours, and take what's ours. That's such a great saying. Is that from a song, Sab? 2 watercolors, 3 oils. Can you trade 2 oils for a watercolor? Wait, what? 2 watercolors, 3 oils. Can you trade 2 oils for a watercolor? I mean, you can. It's just really a rule I've put on myself. Ideally, I only want 2 oil paintings at a time, not really 3. But if it's a small oil painting I'm working on, then I'm sort of forgiving about it. The only reason I'm happy to have more oil paintings in general is because they take a lot longer to work on. Whereas a watercolor piece, if it's not finished very quickly, there's a problem, you know? Like, I should not be spending that long on a watercolor painting at all. Is it weird that you like the cup stains on wood desks? I like them too! I know, it does, it gives a character, like this little one over here. I know, right? I was always like, is it just me or are other people gonna like these as well? I don't know. Realistically, these are probably like painting jars on my table from having water, so. Tavistock, would you enjoy some ideas by Adam Savage, where he talks about how to intentionally distress things to look old and coffee cup stains? His specialty, really? I love his channel so much. It does, it gives it some life, it really does. And that's also the fear of having like a super new table, like a table that has no marks on at all. I don't know if I'd be able to use a table like that for my painting, because like, how would I deal with the fact of ruining it? Like, constantly worrying about ruining my new table. I don't know, you know? That would terrify me a little bit. The cup stains make you nervous that the wood is getting infested with moisture. Really? So you don't like it? That's a song featuring The Rock, but it is indeed a motivational quote. That's an interesting song. For best blending, it's so weird you work in slow mediums, because with like Copics, you need to do the coloring fast for best blending. Totally. Yeah, definitely. The rule is more like a don't bite more than you can chew. There we go. Exactly, Zone. Exactly. Make sure you take a bite of only as much as you can chew on. Exactly what Zone said. Limit that beforehand, because that is where the problem starts, when you take on too many projects, and then that just gets overwhelming. You know, you start looking at your work and you feel like you get nothing finished ever, and it's really just because you keep starting new things. So don't let yourself start a new thing unless you've already finished an old thing, you know? Make a rule like that for yourself. It's not like super fast, but you definitely won't spend more than 2 to 3 hours coloring a full Copic piece. Yeah, exactly. Like, watercolor is pretty fast too, actually. But watercolor does have more waiting periods, I guess, with the drying process than say Copics do. But yeah, like a watercolor painting for me, if I'm spending more than like probably 3 days on that, I'm gonna start worrying. Like that to me is like, okay, I need to get this done now because this has been sitting around too long. But it also depends, you know, like if you have an art style with a very complex watercolor style, then yours is going to take longer. So it's not like a rule, it's my rule of how long I feel I should be taking in my style. But again, like art is not a thing that's sort of determined by how quickly you finish it, you know, like the success of art is determined by how good that piece turned out. That's just sort of a rule I place on myself so I don't end up just, you know, spending forever on a piece and not actually getting anything done. So it's not really a depiction of a successful work of art or anything like that. But yeah, for a sketch, I reckon usually depending, like a sketch like her, I would probably be like 2 to 3 days max that I would spend on her. But then like something more complex, like some of my pattern pieces and also my storybooks, I can spend weeks on them sometimes. Those Dame Witches! Oh my goodness! Thank you so much for the raid. Really appreciate that. It's the witchy raid again, and we are drawing the little witch. So how fitting! How fitting! How are you today? Oh my goodness, those Dame Witches. Would you please share a link to your Instagram account so we can see a little bit more about you? You've rated us before, so we should be somewhat familiar, but for everyone new here, please share your Instagram links, or if you want to share like a little bit of what you did on your stream today, that would be awesome as well. Oh, we do have an Instagram link. There we go. There we go. How was your stream, guys? What was the most fun thing that happened on your stream? What did you do today? Oh, guys, have a look. Here we go. Look at those Dame Witches. Is it supposed to be Dame Witches or is it supposed to be those Damn Witches? Familiar pun not intended. Not at all. Not at all. It's okay. So, hang on. I'll reshare it. I'll reshare it. Dame, not damn. Okay, gotcha. There we go. Those damn witches. Those damn witches. That's another way to see it. Those Dame Witches, guys. Those Dame Witches. Look at the beautiful... Is this crochet? It's so cute. What an adorable blanket. I love blankets. We learned how to do candle magic today. It was fun. Candles. Cool. Were they nice smelling candles as well? Guys, look at this beautiful little... Is it like a hummingbird? So cute, guys. Such beautiful artwork. Look at all the gorgeous colors in here as well. They're drop dead gorgeous, guys. Drop dead gorgeous. Also, this is bead artwork, guys. Can you guys imagine the patience it takes to do bead artwork like this? It must be so time consuming. Super time consuming. This is also really cool. I don't remember seeing this one last time. That's a very, very interesting technique. How did you do this? Damn, that's so cool, guys. That is so cool. I would love to have watched the stream where you created this one. Damn, that is so amazing. The hummingbird is from Mirror Mask. Oh, right. Oh, that is so sweet. That is so sweet. It's alcohol ink, you believe? How do you get it like so three-dimensional as well? That's really interesting. And it also looks like it's got like a little bit of a metallic paint to it as well. That's gorgeous. Thank you so much for rating us. And Mirror Mask, your artwork is beautiful. Totally beautiful. Thank you so much for showing us. The witches do an amazing variety of art and witches stuff. Sounds cool, sounds cool. I'm gonna have to come and check it out sometime. You unfortunately stream at the time when I normally stream, so it's gonna be so hard for me to find time. But there are always days when I take a day off and I do some other things, so you never know. You adore my witch and bard? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It didn't allow the word witch. Are you serious? Oh my gosh. I would love to. I would love to. Yeah, so definitely on a day where, you know, I'm spending it on packaging or something else or creating my vlog, then I'll definitely come and, you know, hang out on your stream for a bit. You needed me earlier. Someone had the audacity to say you went goth. What the? What? 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 Are you, like, for real right now? Seriously, how the heck are you not goth, Space Dog Princess? I'm trying to figure this out. How can you possibly not be goth? Like, you define goth. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You think you mistook your witch with your witch. Gotcha. But like, what's wrong with saying that though? That's such a compliment. You hate to raid and run, but you've got guests in your stream that need to say goodbye to. No worries, not at all. I completely understand. Everyone's always like super exhausted after a stream. Something that streamers understand. So you go ahead and take your time. Go and have a nice rest of your day. They said, a new quote, "You're too bubbly to be goth." They do realise there's an actual term called bubble goth, right? Like, coined by one of the most influential goth people there ever was. Like, there's an actual term for it. Right? They do realise that. Maybe they're just not very educated about, like, goths in general, and they think, like, all goths have to fit, like, this particular stereotype. You too! Thank you so much, those Team Witches. I appreciate that. Hang on, did I miss something? I feel like I'm missing a lot, because auto mod has been removing a lot of messages here. Your best friend forever has been told she's too happy to be goth. See, like, goth can actually be super happy, because sometimes being goth is kind of a lifestyle, and to be quite honest, it can be quite a happy lifestyle. So people have no idea. They think you have to be sad and depressed to be goth. That's not true at all. Not true at all. There's a difference between goth and emo. Exactly. Emo maybe has more of those connotations, but also emo is as also like a fashion style, right? Bubble goth is in NECA's own bio on the art website. Exactly. Real question, what is a goth? It's a complicated, deep question, Mr. Giddy Kitty. It's like, it's a very complicated question. It also depends, like, who you ask, what kind of definition you're looking for, whether you're asking about lifestyle or just fashion. You know, it can be like so many different things. Whoever made the rule goths can't be happy, like, what the heck? I know, right? Like, why do you think those people choose to be goth? Because it makes them happy. So, you know, they don't enjoy just being sad all the time. These things make them happy. So that's why they do those things. They're gonna be happy, especially if they get to share the things that make them happy with other people that also have that in common, you know. There's a beauty in the darkness and the morbid. Exactly, Space Dog Princess. You've got it. There's a beauty in that. The definition of goth has a photo of neck art next to it in the dictionary. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Hopefully so. Hopefully, you know what Space Dog Princess? Hopefully it's one of those beautiful little tintype, very antique kind of portraits. Those would be epic. I'd love to be in the dictionary in one of those. You're a deep cat. I can tell. I can tell. What is goth lifestyle? You know goth fashion, for example. Well, like, I mean, it really depends, you know, like goth fashion can mean like just what kind of humor you're into. So, and that obviously will also change what kind of friendships you cultivate. Enjoy it sort of has a lot to do with the kind of pastimes you enjoy. So, you know, what do you like to do? Do you like to go out towards cemeteries? Does that relax you? Um, are you very drawn to certain kinds of events, you know? Um, are you drawn to certain kinds of books and movies? You know, what is your taste involved? Because you can just get like certain people, right, who like to dress like goth people. And then you get people who actually like love the whole package. So there's a little bit of a difference. Person who just likes to dress like goth people won't necessarily enjoy gothic movies and gothic music and that sort of thing. So it's a little bit of a difference, I guess. No worries, Molly. You have a good time. I hope you have a lovely rest and we'll see you again tomorrow. Goth can be a lifestyle or a state of mind or a mix of the two. Exactly. Exactly, Dover. It can be like both. It can be like just the way that you think. It can be like your taste in movies. It can be like just a lot of things really. Once you can afford it, you'd like an old style Victorian painting done of you for your wall. That would be beautiful. Maybe you can make it of yourself, you know? Maybe you can paint yourself. That would be freaking awesome. You like dark humor? Well, there you go. You've already got like one trait, right? So is dressing as goth still being a goth or is that a poser? I mean, I think it really depends, you know, like there's a lot of people that call, especially in the gothic community, that call a lot of people posers. Like personally, I wouldn't really like call those people posers because they're still interested in some things about it. And like, where do you draw the line, right? Like, can you? I think if they consider themselves to be gothic, then you know, I guess they are. Twitch needs to send Neca a plague of some sort for being the only person ever to have an in real life stream in Solitary. I need to do that again, Dover. That was so much fun. That was so much fun. You can't do oil painting that well. Well, maybe you can start practicing. Do you have any artists that you'd love to commission to do that sort of thing, though? You think you're a nerd, not a goth. Well, yeah, like not everybody who likes dark humor is not necessarily a goth, you know? Now I can talk to you about a lot more things. Oh gosh, what have I done? I've brought together so many broken people here on Twitch. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Just see this as some sort of therapy for yourselves, okay? Come here, get it all out of your systems, and don't be normal. Just whatever you do, don't be normal. You don't think anyone is a poser, like even if you just like the aesthetic of a band t-shirt you're interested in an aspect of the art. Yeah, I agree, Space Dog Princess. Like, if you yourself consider you a part of a group, then I think you are part of that group. Otherwise, you wouldn't feel like you want to call yourself part of that group, right? So clearly something is drawing you into that. So I'm not the kind of person who would really say that, okay, you can't say that they're not gothic because they don't have all of this, you know, part of their life. Not really, I guess. You're only 220 Whiskey Channel points to release the butts. It's going to be epic, hopefully. Dover has just released the butts, so let us let us have the bats on stream, guys. There we go. There we go. Cute little bats on stream, guys. Oh, so cute. Time for the dark humor. Exactly, exactly. Let it loose in the Discord. Let it loose. You want to wear gothic stuff and be gothic. Well, there you go. Consider yourself a goth then, Mr. Kitty Kitty. Release the bats and summon the bats. You're excited to see what it does. That is what it does. Very fitting on this drawing as well. Your friend who's not goth daily wanted to join you in being goth to go out for dinner, and you helped her goth up and she loved it. Oh, sweet little princess. That is so cute. How special. I wish I could have seen a picture of you both that day. You get that, but you do enjoy saying, you've never seen The Nightmare Before Christmas. Are you even allowed to wear black all the time? Totally, totally. Who says you can't? At no point did you think she was posing. Of course, exactly, exactly. Like, she's shown an interest in that aspect of art and lifestyle, right? So clearly part of her is drawn to it and wants to present herself that way, you know? Batman is coming! Can Dova release the Kraken? We don't have a Kraken yet. I need to think about that. They look so real. Isn't there one with the ring lady? You don't like that one? There is one like that, Matt. Yes. Samara. That's the Samara one. You don't know if your makeup skills are to be trusted. I'm not really, like, big into makeup either, Space Dog Princess, though. Like, I'll put on makeup every now and again when I'm, like, cosplaying, but I mean, like, makeup as in, eye makeup. Like, generally, it's just a lot of effort, you know? A lot of effort, very time-consuming. And I'd rather paint and make art than paint my face the whole time, I guess. So... But man, there are so many people who are so good at that sort of thing. It is crazy. Mad respect for some people doing that. Don't have the Kraken yet. No, no Kraken here. You're selling your Kraken? Wait, what? What? The only reason you know how to do makeup is because you used to work at Sephora, but in reality, you never wear makeup. What is Sephora exactly? I cosplay, not like professionally, sorry. There's only been like a couple of times I've done some outfits, like I dressed as a Fallout 76 character. I've dressed as like a bug character before. Halloween kind of stuff. So mostly it's that. You never wear makeup unless for special occasions. Yeah, like I think I'm sort of the same. Like I'll put some makeup on if it's like a very, very special occasion. I mean, eye makeup on, but other than that, it's just the normal makeup routine for me because too time consuming. Too time consuming. It's crazy how much shadows help to bring out a drawing, right guys? Absolutely beautiful. I love shadows. Dead Man on Campus, is that a movie? Sephora is the makeup chain in Europe and the USA. Okay. Here's an idea, Naka. You're not sure if I've ever drawn one, but how about a baby Kraken for my next unplanned art piece? Oh, I would love to do a baby Kraken. I did draw a baby Kraken before. I'll show you. It's digital art, and it's some of my very, very early works. So we'll see if I can find it. Like, be a little bit hard. it's definitely going to be on my DeviantArt, so maybe I should head on over there. Daz, thank you, Dasha, thank you so much for the follow. Oh my gosh, guys, I just saw something really incredibly cool. Have a look at this. It's like, what? That's like an entire octopus chandelier. But like, it's crazy, it's so cool. I love this thing. I want this in my house now. So amazing. We have great parts in Australia, hopefully. Hilarious comedy also. That would be so cute. It so would. This is epic, guys. How freaking epic. I cannot believe this exists. Damn, that's crazy. Alright, so, let's have a look. It should be on my DeviantArt, guys. So it'll be in my, I think I've sectioned it to old work digital. I didn't upload, did I? Is that maybe on like a second page? I'm pretty sure I should have uploaded it. So I've got like Jellyfish Girl. I don't think I ever uploaded this one because it's not quite finished. So yeah. That sucks. That really sucks. I think I should have posted it on my Instagram page, so it might be there still. Because I don't think I have any artwork on this computer. So all my artwork, guys, is on the Mac, pretty much. I use my Mac for everything, so I'll find one for you guys and show you guys tomorrow though. We can do that. Dasha, hello! Whereabouts are you from and what kind of art do you make? Please tell us a little bit more about yourself. I still remember the times when I didn't like doing clothing. And it was like such a pain because I didn't want to draw all my characters naked, but I really hated like drawing folds in clothing and stuff. So for me, it was like always a massive challenge. And now I kind of love it. It's like one of my favorite parts. So it's kind of crazy how something you really hate can become something you really love. They do say there's a fine line between love and hate, right? You're from the United States, you do poorly drawn comics? I don't believe that, no. You're trying to get better though, you absolutely love my art style. Thank you, Desha, thank you. But don't sell yourself short. Also, if you'd like to join our Discord, we have a lot of artists who like to get together and talk about art. So if you'd like to join us, please do so. You can also post your artwork on there and share your work with us. Love to have a look. Has our music just stopped, guys? Discord is fun, highly recommend it. Discord is a lot of fun, I agree. I think it's once again, it's like one of those songs just quieting down. It's a great Discord. Thanks, guys. You guys are the ones that make it fun though. Like, I remember the days when I only just started streaming and it was really hard because, like, my Discord was boring without you guys. Very, very boring. It's a very quiet one, yeah. We've got, like, a nice tight-knit community. So it's nice and peaceful on my Discord. I hope. I mean, you guys do get kind of rowdy in there as well, so, which is also a lot of fun. I'm really obsessed with her hairstyle though. Like, really, really loving it and how it's turning out. He's even recruited one for a coop. He so has. He totally has. Can you go to college to learn how to fly a drone? Do you need to go to college for that? I don't think so. Just watch for rebellions. Yeah, stay clear of the rebellions. Don't join those. No rebellions that I know of. When I find out, it will be too late. What are you planning, Mr. Kitty Kitty? What are you planning? I should never have raided you. I should never have. That was the biggest mistake I ever made. Sending my community over to yours was so dumb. And it's also persistence deep within. Oh no. You meant the song, not Discord? Discord is very rowdy and fun. Oh, you meant the song. Well, I do think our Discord is like still fairly you know, like smaller in size compared to a lot of Discords. So you know, we're kind of lucky in that sense, I think. Because like as soon as a Discord gets quite big, I think it can get hard to stay up to date with everything that's going on. So, yeah. In that regard, we are kind of small, I suppose. I'm loving the shading on this. Thank you, Mark. I'm glad you like it. Don't be scared, rebellion's just before. Just mean you are a free thinker. You'll notice they're all wearing special hats now. It's mind control. They're wearing special hats, like you, like your hat tub stream. Oh my gosh. It's taking over, guys. Stop wearing hats. No hat wearing on my Discord anymore. You wanted to do traditional as backward as it sounds, you feel like it's more expensive, supplies and trips to the store. Digital just has a larger upfront cost. I make you want to get pencils and paper though. Oh, it's true, yeah, you're definitely right. Like, digital has that massive upfront cost, but then sort of after that, you know, you're not spending as much on paper and materials and paints and stuff. So yeah, it's definitely, I do think traditional art is more expensive to uphold in the long run. But yeah, it's just so rewarding, right? Like you get to feel immersed in the artwork and that is so beautiful. You become too lazy to share your art. You used to ask here regularly before sharing. You should though. You really should share it. We'd love to see. That's the point of art. Art needs to be shared. So I'm saying more memes. Checking your collection. Definitely more memes. Definitely Homeburger. Share those memes. If you come across a cool meme, our Discord needs to see it. So share it. INTPs do this best. You think a lot but don't do anything. The hats have melded into their brains. Oh no. Oh no. Party hats is what you need. It kind of reminds me of the Bridge of Spirits game. Kino Bridge of Spirits, where all the little spirits get their own cute little hat. That's adorable. This is not adorable. Mr. Kitty Kitty's hat cult is not adorable, okay? Don't join it, guys. Don't join it. It's not cute. Not cute at all. The hat cult. I cannot believe you started a hat cult. What did you do? What did you do, Mr. Kitty Kitty? I should ban you for the hat cult. I should ban you for this. A for effort. Oh my gosh. Do not join the hat cult, guys. Do not join it. Time your ad's over. You've been naughty. You're always naughty, Mr. Kitty Kitty. You haven't drawn in months, but I've inspired you now to the tablet. Oh, Dasha! Thank you! That means a lot to me. If I can inspire just one person to pick up a paintbrush or a drawing tablet pen for one moment, I'm so happy. Mission accomplished. I'm so happy. You know what, Dasha? We also have an art challenge running monthly. So currently the art challenge we're running is whatever you're familiar would be if you were a witch or a wizard. So currently I'm doing myself and my little bat creature. So we would love it if you wanted to join ours as well, and draw your own little witch or familiar if that's something you're keen on, you know. And we'll be showing your art on stream in a couple of weeks on the 24th of March. So if you want to take part in that, that would be freaking awesome. Freaking amazing. I think our little submissions team is growing as well. Hopefully it keeps growing as long as Mr. Kitty Kitty doesn't like convert everyone over to the hat cult. But we should be alright. We should be alright, I hope. Hopefully we won't lose too many souls to the hat cult. We'll see. You're a new cat. A new cat, are you now? I don't trust this. I don't trust this at all. You can never trust a cat. Why don't I just join the hat cult? It will be so much easier that way. No, I have to stand against this rebellion. It'll take over my Discord if I don't. So I have to stand against the hat cult. I do. You favour unreasonably huge subsidies too, Mr. Kitty's dream. Oh dear, oh dear. What have you done? You can't even imagine what I would look like wearing a hat. I have hats. You've seen me in a hat, Mr. Kitty Kitty, didn't you? Weren't you part of my outdoor cemetery stream? I was wearing a hat then. I was wearing my bat hat. So, yeah. I wear hats. I also like, what do you call those? They're not quite like beanies. I like beanies a lot. Especially during winter. I love beanies during winter. Yeah. I have to wear the special hat. The bat hat. Do I now? I have to wear that hat. Well, how about, Mr. Kitty Kitty, how about on your birthday, everyone wears a hat, alright? We all wear a hat. I'll wear a hat. All in I was gonna say in memory of you, but that sounds a little bit more like your subscription burial here, so I don't know, you get the point, you get the point. Doba, thank you for the 25 biddies, appreciate that.
Hap should be spelled as hats because it's all caps.
It's all caps. Oh gosh. This is acceptable, but your birthday is in 9 months. Oh dear. That is a long time to wait. Long time to wait. You're just gonna have to be patient, Mr. Kitty Kitty. You just got the joke. A little bit slow, Sam, but you got it. You got it. I hate when I'm slow getting a joke. Like, it's so frustrating. I think there's been a couple of times Dova's made one and I'm like, I don't get it. I'm losing you here. But yeah, luckily it doesn't happen too often, so. Maybe Dova just picks the easy ones so I can still get them. What would you guys say is one art tool that you guys cannot live without? I think for me, it has got to be my blenders. Because I use my blenders so much for everything. So I reckon for me, it's probably my blenders. What would you guys say? What would you think your art tool that you cannot live without would be? If you had to give away, well, I guess I can't say I'd give away my pencil and just have a blender because I really wouldn't be able to make any art. But I think my blender is one of those must-haves, I guess. Control Z, that's a good one, Deshay. That's so good, yeah. Control Z. Cannot live without that. If only that existed in traditional art though, right? Yeah, I wish that. Like, when I used to be a digital artist and I moved to traditional art, it was really hard learning that I cannot use Control Z, guys. Oh my goodness. So hard. Same for you, blenders. Yeah. Yeah, blenders are an insane lifesaver, guys. Insane. I don't know how people live without them. I really don't. Where's the music gone? Why is the music like super quiet currently? I hear a little bit of it, like so little. Your Tombow razor, you spend half your time using it. Oh, this one, yes. These, guys, these are a lifesaver too. I cannot imagine how you not use this. Like, I spent so long not having one of these pencil erasers. And it's just really hard getting in the small bits, guys. You often accidentally want to Control Z every time when you draw on paper. I can imagine, yeah. At least you have erasers. But like when you do watercolor, there's no Control Z ever. You hear the music soundtrack seem to be very quiet. Yeah, it's like crazy. I don't know, but some of them just have their own mind and they just want to be quiet. I need to see if there's like a way for me to adjust like how quiet certain songs play. I don't know if I can adjust that. Then I can sort of go in one by one and just kind of change them, you know? Make them all work the same way. That would be awesome. I'm really happy with her rendering though. I feel like I love doing some characters in sort of more sketchy type lines. So yeah, this is one of my less refined drawings, I suppose. And then I have like other styles where I really refine things, like my last piece that I did for Patreon. I feel like I was using very much a similar style to my Humpty Dumpty storybook there, where everything was quite refined. And this one is like a lot more loose, I suppose. A lot more loose and more free, more relaxing, I guess. Riz, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, little corpse. How are you today? Software senses tingling. Would I want to export louder versions of different files? Am I using slobs or real OBS? I'm using slobs. Yes. The music's playing through iTunes. So yeah. Any tip or advice about setting up prices for Patreon? You're working on opening yours, but you're not sure what content Patreon users get. So Sab, I would recommend going and looking at, you know, what kind of things other artists give to people. You won't want to give all the same kinds of rewards, but you will want to maybe do some. So some people give coloring in pages, others do pins, others do, you know, regular prints that they send to people, others do postcards. Really, some people do like wallpapers. It's all really up to you and what you feel works within your workflow. So for me, I'm also providing exclusive content to my patrons, so stuff that only patrons get. And this is in the form of a story about a little witch and her pet piglet. So only patrons get to see that story until it eventually gets published into a book that you will need to purchase to see. So it's sort of like an exclusive place where only patrons can get that. They also get like exclusive merch, so tote bags, mugs and things, collectible items of that story that I won't be selling in my store. So you want to try and make things for patrons a little bit special so that they feel special because they are special. They're like your super supporters, you know? Your patrons are the people that really, really care about your art and really keep it afloat. And I have asked so many of my patrons before, why did they pledge? What rewards made them pledge? Literally until this day, I can tell you, all of them have said they wanted to pledge just because they wanted to help me. So at the end of the day, I think you just have to try and find a way to say thank you back, because they're gonna want to pledge regardless. But you have to try and find a way to thank them in return, I guess. So whatever means you can come up with, I'm sure it'll be amazing. But yeah, try and look at what other artists have done and do something similar, you know, but like in your own spirit, with your own style. You should start a Patreon to give people advice for $1 a month. I would pledge, Mr. Kitty Kitty. I want cat advice. I want cat advice. Give you a hat as the higher reward. Maybe we can have like a custom hat reward. Yeah. I have a great Patreon. Thanks, guys. I hope so. You're going to hold me to it if you start a Patreon. Definitely. Definitely, Mr. Kitty Kitty. You're welcome, Zab. You're welcome. I think also try to keep in mind that starting Patreon is like a really, really difficult thing. So when I first opened my Patreon, it was probably like, I think 4 or 5 years ago, right? I did not get anyone for years. Then I had like 1 or 2 people pledging like for a few months and leaving and then coming back maybe. But I wasn't really focused on my Patreon back then. I wasn't running it, you know, every day as like a business. So you really have to, if you open a Patreon, you have to focus on it. It has to be a dedicated thing that you commit to, like your
What
rest
do
of your
you call
social
a
media.
T-Rex wearing a top hat? A dino, sir.
Oh, Doba! That one is really cute. A dino, sir. Very cute. Very cute. So yeah, Sab, I would say like it's gonna be something that you have to commit to. Even if you have just one patron, you have to be dedicated to it. Otherwise you will not get more patrons. So it wasn't really for me until I started streaming on Twitch that I was really able to grow Patreon and sort of start pushing into it a little bit more. So maybe if you have another platform that you can grow it from, that could really help you. I don't know. Those are just like considerations. Like if I had to give myself advice, past me advice, it would probably be start streaming, because streaming and Patreon really works well together. But yeah, like there are definitely people who do Patreon and don't have a stream. I just wasn't able to successfully start Patreon without that, if that makes sense. Because I think the primary thing about Patreon as well is the people you're getting are people who want a closer relationship with you. And that's a really hard thing to build if you only have Instagram. So you'll see often a lot of people who have successful patrons generally have a YouTube channel, right? Because that sort of brings that more personal connection. Whereas people who have Instagrams generally don't focus very much on Patreon, or they're very established artists. So yeah. But there's also a lot of advice on YouTube. I haven't really looked into that sort of stuff. But there's definitely a lot of people, other artists giving advice out on YouTube on how to run your Patreon successfully and like how to maintain burnouts from it as well. So you want to try and avoid things that don't really, you know, progress you as an artist as well, because the whole point, right? The whole point is patrons are sort of people who support your work growing. So if that's not growing, if that's taking so much of your time, you want to stop that. You've been streaming for about 2 years actually, but not on Twitch. So where do you stream? YouTube? Hello, young bonker! Thank you so much for reaching out to me. You're gonna get back to me about the commission soon. No worries at all. I hope that was helpful. I really do. But yeah, I'm so glad you're here. How are you doing, young bonker? You stream on Theta TV? I've never heard of that before. What is that? That'll just go to your head. You're pretty great to have around. You so are. You so are. I'm sorry that it's going to your head, but you had to know. You had to know. But yeah, I'm doing good, young bonker. I'm having a really good day. Enjoying finishing this drawing. Yeah, just been really excited about this art challenge. So currently we have an art challenge running, guys, where you have to draw your familiar if you were to be a witch or a wizard. And this is mine. This is my little bat. This is me in witch form. So yeah. I think primarily I have to start finishing her hat. I'm sort of procrastinating it. Not sure why. It's gonna have a lot of shading, so probably because it's time consuming. But yeah, I need to finish her hat, guys. It needs to be nice and pointy and black. What we want, guys. What we want. I have this wish list where I want to buy a cute little cozy comfy hat like this one. So maybe I can look into getting that one sometime soon. Too much graphite, you know a thing or two about that. Who doesn't, right? Who hasn't used graphite before and experienced that? Theta TV is a crypto-based streaming website. They use their own crypto. It's not big in the crypto scene like Bitcoin or Dogecoin. But stable, and your followers want to support you more outside crypto, so that's why you're asking for Patreon. Interesting. Well, if you already have people asking to help you, you know, off platform, then I think you have a really great way of creating a Patreon, you know? You should be all good. You should definitely be all good. Alright, so guys, I think we're gonna have to leave this one for tomorrow because I've run out of time today. So we will have to find someone we can raid, guys. I really appreciate every one of you who've spent time with me today. It's meant so much. Thank you for just hanging out. Also huge thanks to those dear witches for raiding earlier. And thanks to all my patrons, Dover, Mark, Mr. Kitty Kitty, and Captain, who spent time with us today as well. Dover, that was one way to end the stream. That was one way. You could have ended it on a more graceful note, but you had to just go ahead and ruin it. Spending too much time with Mr. Kitty Kitty, I think. Oh, guys, I have this new sound alert, and I have a plan for it as well. Hang on, let me see if I can show you guys. All right, so I'm gonna play the sound alert, and then I'm gonna show you guys what I want to order. Possibly. It's a little bit expensive, but I'll see. But I want to order it, and then every time we have like a certain amount of bits cheered, this alert will play, and I want to have these adorable plushies on stream. But anyway, let me play the alert. There we go. There we go. So cute. So cute. And these are the plushies that I want to play when the alert plays, guys. They're freaking adorable. They're absolutely adorable, right? I mean, look at them. They're so fluffy and cute, and you can take them all out, so you can have them like separate little baby blueberries, and just like hold them and cuddle them. It would be so adorable. Like they're a little pile, just a little pile of blueberries, guys. so freaking cute. They're gonna be perfect. I need goth plushies. I already have a few goth plushies, Mr. Kitty Kitty. I do. But I need more. You're totally right. Anyways, on that note, I need to find someone to raid, guys. So let us see who's online, who can we raid. We need to send you guys someplace awesome because you guys are freaking amazing, and you know, not every place in Twitch's sphere is worthy of your presence, especially since we're sending Mr. Giddy Kitty and his hat cult somewhere. We need to make sure that they can handle him, you know? So let us have a look. We have so many. I was actually spending time in Honey Ducky's stream last night. Oh dear. Are we having like stream issues, guys? Oh no. Alright, let us have a look. So we could raid Sharp Balloons. We haven't raided Sharp Balloons in a while. Is everything back, guys? Am I alive again? I hope so. I really do. But yeah. We could definitely raid Sharp Balloons, guys. I think that's a good place to go. I think stream crashed a bit there, yeah. I think it did. Alright, let us go and raid Sharp Balloons, guys. Oh my goodness! Who is that? I know who that is. I think I know who that is.
Just get them.
What did you do? Alright, since you want to stay anonymous, I'm not going to say anything, but you're one of two people. And I can't see who's in currently, so I'm going to suspect two of you. Anyways, thank you so freaking much. Whoever just tipped $30, thank you so immensely much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So let us raid. Huge thank you. I'm gonna find out who you are after stream. I'm gonna thank you hugely. Let us go do a raid, guys. Let us try to go to Sharp Balloons because I was already typing that in. And I hope you guys will behave. Mr. Kitty Kitty, please do not recruit more hat cult followers because you need to stop. You really need to stop your devious nature. Look at yourself. Think about what you're doing and change, Mr. Kitty Kitty. No more hat cult creations. Let us go, guys. I'll see you guys all tomorrow.